Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles and this is our Ring of Honor show for the week. We're going to start off with the first match of the night, a tag team match with Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, now known as The Addiction, formerly known as Bad Influence, versus Adam Cole and Michael Bennett, or as they're called, The Kingdom. Fantastic opener, fantastic match. Cole and Bennett, for not being together too long, have gelled extremely well. Kaz and Daniels, two of the best wrestlers in the world, one of the best tag teams in the world over the last few years and continuing now and on for future. Just a great match, a greatest way to start off the show, giving good time, gave you plenty of time to build up, cheer for your guys, watch some great wrestling action, and tag team wrestling the way it used to be. The way it was back in the 80s when you had 50 tag teams that were all great. Ring of Honor has a handful of really good tag teams that are either part of the roster or come in and out of the roster, like the Young Bucks and the Forever Hooligans. Teams like the Briscoe Brothers, The Addiction, The Decade, Cole and Bennett, Red Dragon, the Young Bucks. I already mentioned the Young Bucks, sorry. But you guys get my drift. There is a lot of great talent in their tag team division. The Addiction pick up the win, not surprisingly. If they're going to be a part of Ring of Honor for a good while, I see them picking up a lot of steam, and becoming the tag champions at some point very soon. Next up, we have a World Championship match, Silas Young versus Michael Elgin. A very good match. Elgin was the champion at this time. And I say that, and spoiler alert, if you're watching this, you probably already know, because if you're watching this, you're a Ring of Honor fan. Because I don't believe anybody watches this show that doesn't watch Ring of Honor. Spoiler alert again. Michael Elgin has lost the World Championship to Jay Briscoe. This show's obviously taped before then. This is one of my big pet peeves about the Ring of Honor television show. It doesn't sync up to what's happening in the actual Ring of Honor world. And I'm not talking about a tag team title loss that's going to happen 2 weeks from now that's been taped for the TV tapings. I'm talking about a show that had nothing to do with the TV tapings. Michael Elgin loses his championship, yet you have him defending the championship on the show. Good, solid match. No complaints about the in-ring part of it. But it's really weird hearing Steve Corino talk about Michael Elgin wants to be one of the best world champions in Ring of Honor history, when we know that his run ends in a very ho-hum kind of who cares run, in my opinion. Nothing spectacular, nothing terrible. He didn't elevate the belt. He didn't downgrade the belt. He had a placeholder run for a few months. The lead up to him becoming world champion, much better than the actual world championship run. Gotta say, Jay Briscoe, very deserving to be only the second two-time Ring of Honor world champion. Very impressed by that. One of the guys most deserving. His first run was cut short by injury. So, I mean, to me, it just took away a little bit from the show that I was watching, knowing what's going to happen. You know, and that's my pet peeve I have with these shows. That, yes, you can put on great matches, but I don't want to see somebody being booked as a TV champion that's no longer the TV champion. I don't want to see somebody being booked in a world championship match that you know is no longer the world champion. Just, they need to sync it up better. If they know that Elgin's going to lose at this date to this guy, why even put this championship match on after that date? This should air either before that or air as a non-title match. You could easily say in the live audience this will be a non-title match. If you tape it before he loses the title, that explains why he doesn't bring the title to the ring. Win or lose the match, voila. I don't know. I don't know if they booked something on the fly with Jay Briscoe winning, but just took away from my overall enjoyment of the show, which we're going to get into right now with the ratings. We have a 1 to 5 scale here at Heel Heat. 1 is the worst, 5 is the best. Going to give this show a solid 4. Didn't take away enough for me to totally hate the show or even dislike the show much. It's just a general complaint about the Ring of Honor. The 2 matches we were given were fantastic. The Addiction versus Cole and Bennett was a lot better than even I thought it would be. And I like all the guys involved. Silas Young versus Michael Elgin was a very solid match. I enjoyed it thoroughly. But overall gives the show a 4. The little bit of a knock was my interest level being taken away from the main event. But basically, that's all I have to say about that. My name is George Coles. This has been another episode of Heel Heat.